presented a team that felt, that believed that they could go toe to toe with the masters of processing football in the league.
Especially knowing the man the way he goes.
Exactly. And to be honest with you, I was a bit shocked that if he, once he decided to do that, it's like he didn't show any respect whatsoever to the attacking talent of who? Manchester City. This is the team that has the leading goal scorer for Manchester, the record scorer in the Premier League. Show them a bit more respect. Be a bit concerned. Be a bit pragmatic. All your life, work for your home, make yourself very difficult to get beat. Yeah. But he just presented his game to get beat. So within the first 5.
All right. Here we go. Yes, tonight, instead of coming your way with the last video of the day, as I promised, I decided to come live because there is a lot to talk about. A lot to talk about. If I want to put it in a video, it might take about 1 hour for you to watch. So tonight, I am here because there's so much we need to talk about. We want to digest the whole week, the events that took place throughout the week, leading to Caicedo and other news, transfer news, which I could not bring to you because of the way the issues were throughout the week. Tonight, I'm reaching you all the way from Malaysia, Southeast Asia. Send me your comments, where you are watching from, what you think about the channel, how we are doing, your opinion on the matches played so far, and next weekend games. Next weekend games. I'll be giving you the pairing for next week of all the teams, and I'll go a little into Man United. Tonight, Manchester United have their game tonight. Yes, they have their game tonight. And so we'll be going into that also a little. So I need you to stay glued to your system because I'll be giving you details of the games that were played over the weekend and the game that is coming up tonight. In our time here, it's going to be 3 a.m. It depends on where you are. It depends on where you are and the time that the game will be coming on at your end. So let's just start now, straight away. Caicedo medicals has been completed. Yes, the young man completed his medicals already. And as we speak, we are believing that the final announcement of the signing could go on any moment. It's more likely to be between this evening or tomorrow. The main announcement of Caicedo's signing by Chelsea. The medical took place this morning at Cobham. He went through the medical successfully at Cobham. As soon as he arrived, the news came up. Yes, but now the latest is that Caicedo has completed his medicals. So let's just say now he is a complete Chelsea player. Caicedo now completed his medical and he is a complete Chelsea player. Chelsea fans, I know you are excited about this one because done deal. There is nothing to drag with anybody any longer. Yes, and we also want to remind Liverpool that Romeo Lavia, as it stands right now, we are aware Liverpool submitted £60 million bid to Southampton for Romeo Lavia. 60 million bid was submitted to Southampton for Romeo Lavia. And Chelsea, as we speak, according to sources, Chelsea are still working on Romeo Lavia. They got verbal offer by Liverpool. And Chelsea also going to counter that offer again. That is the latest we are receiving. Because we need Romeo Lavia in that midfield together with Caicedo. So as we speak right now, even though there's a verbal agreement between Liverpool and Southampton regarding Romeo Lavia, Chelsea is also going to submit their counter offer. We are waiting to get a final news. By the close of today, we believe that there should be a greater news. For me personally, I think it's enough. Chelsea should just allow Liverpool to have Romeo Lavia. I mean, he's 19 years, he's still young. We have other midfielders. Instead of we to sign Romeo Lavia, I would prefer that Gallagher stays. Because if we sign Romeo Lavia, if Chelsea sign Romeo Lavia, it means that they must sell Gallagher. And from what he did last night against Liverpool, I would have preferred that we maintain Gallagher instead of selling him out. There is no need for us to sell Gallagher at this point. The guy is willing to work hard. He's been working hard in the team so far throughout the preseason. So I don't see the reason why at this point in time they won't like to sell him and buy a 19-year-old. That also being said, let me also say that there is a plan in place that Chelsea are working hard to sign Michael Olise from Crystal Palace. Chelsea are working right now. There's a personal agreement in place with Michael Olise. Chelsea want to sign Michael Olise this week. This week, they are working to sign Michael. There's a personal agreement. Chelsea has already made a personal agreement with the player. And so they are now negotiating with Crystal Palace for the services of Michael Olise. My preference, once again, not that Michael Olise is a bad player, but I would have wished that we can rather get Mohamed Kudus instead of Michael Olise, because of the role, the position that I would prefer him to be playing. So far, we have not signed anybody as a backup for Nkuku. Nkuku got injured, and we have been told that he'll be out for about 4 to 5 months. And that is from between now and December. We need a backup. Chelsea need a backup for Nkuku, Christophe Nkuku. And that backup, you could see it clearly in yesterday's game that Chelsea was lacking something in the final third. Jackson could not deliver as expected because he's able to combine well with Nkuku in that final third. But now that Nkuku is not in the team, it's making Jackson to struggle. It made Jackson to struggle last night. Assuming Nkuku is available, there will not need for anybody to talk about buying, Kudus. But because of the absence of Nkuku right now in the squad, there is a need for Chelsea to go in for a creative player in that area, just like in the style of Nkuku. Otherwise, like our coach said when he was interviewed, he made it very clear that Jackson struggled in the game because he couldn't get his partner. His partnership with Nkuku was not there. And so we need a creative player just like Nkuku in that area. And I believe that Kudus could be the best partnership, could make the best partner with Jackson in that area. Kudus can move from the flanks to the midfield to the number 10 area. He can move from the flanks for the right wing to the center as the number 10. And he can play exactly the way, Nkuku is playing. We are lacking something there right now. That is why Jackson struggled in yesterday's match. Even though he played well, but he could not deliver as expected. We were expecting him to score his first goal in the league yesterday, but he couldn't. And one of the reasons being that, like the coach of Chelsea, Poch, rightly said, the problem he had was that his partnership with Nkuku was missing. So in that position, I would prefer that we go in for Kudus instead. But talking about Kudus, Mohamed Kudus to West Ham. West Ham had already prepared a plan for Kudus. That is the latest we are receiving also, that West Ham are now in the race to sign Kudus. It's no more longer Brighton that wanted to sign Kudus. West Ham are already in the race to sign Kudus. And they are currently talking. They are talking with Kudus agents as well as the club. They are talking with Mohamed Kudus agent as well as the club. That is Ajax. West Ham needed to buy. They want to buy Kudus to replace Lucas Paqueta. They are working on it because Lucas Paqueta is believed to be on his way out. So they want to sign Mohamed Kudus in the place of Lucas Paqueta. We need to understand something. Every club at this point in time, as the league started, they are looking for replacement of players. They are looking for replacement of players. Just as we are hearing now, latest news coming from the camp of Arsenal is that Arsenal fear Julian Timber will be out of action for months, unspecified. Months, Julian Timber will be out of action for a long period of time. And so as we speak, Arsenal are also in the market to get a replacement for who? Julian Timber. For the knee injury that he sustained in their match over the weekend. He got injured over the weekend, and so they are also out there looking for a replacement immediately. That is how the market, the next 10 days, that is how the market is going to be like. The weekend game was like a pace setter. It made every team to assess their players, to know the strength and the weaknesses of the teams. All the teams right now, they can boldly assess, they can tell, the coaches can tell what they needed, what is next from the first game. And so this week, we'll be expecting a lot of movement in the transfer market. This week, a lot of movement in the transfer market. And let me also quickly remind Chelsea fans that today was the day, on this day, 2005, Chelsea agreed to sign Michael Essien. On this day, in 2005, Chelsea signed Michael Essien from Lyon for £24.4 million, club record fee at that time. At that time, that was a club record fee. Club record fee. Chelsea signed Michael Essien at that time for £24.4 million. Yes. In other news, Kylian Mbappe now, over the weekend, had a fruitful discussion with his club, PSG. After all the fights, the back and forth, sign, I will not sign, we are selling you, I'm not going to sign. The Saudis coming in with a huge amount of money. Kylian Mbappe refused to talk, he refused to go. Now, over the weekend, there was a talk between the hierarchy of PSG and Kylian Mbappe. And the understanding that came out of that discussion is that Mbappe is going to stay and they are going to integrate him back into the squad. The question I want to ask is, throughout the preseason, what were they doing? Now that the season has begun, this guy did not partake in any of the preseasons. You banned him from partaking in the squad. He was not part of the team, the first team. You were having issues with him. Why this late hour, when the season began, after just one game, you play a drawn game, after just one game, you are reversing your word? PSG, what is wrong with PSG? I need someone to tell me what exactly is going on with PSG. Please send me your comments. Send your comments right now. Begin to send us your comments, where you are watching us from, and what you think. PSG, right now, they are reversing on their own words. They are going back on their own words. They are now taking Kylian Mbappe back into the fold of the squad. According to sources, over the weekend, there were discussions that were held between PSG hierarchy and Kylian Mbappe's team. It was agreed finally that the player would join the team. And there is an agreement in place. They prepared a special agreement in place for the player. So as we speak, Mbappe is back in camp. So all this was what was wrong with PSG. Now that the player did not train with the squad throughout the preseason, Mbappe was not part of the squad throughout the preseason. Just after the first game, after drawing the first game, 1-1 draw, now they are making U-turn by welcoming the guy back to the team. What signal are they sending to the other members of the squad? What signal are they sending to the world of football? PSG, what is going on? What is happening? He is a good player. You guys gave him the leverage. You made him bigger than the club itself. You made Kylian Mbappe bigger than PSG. You were paying for what you ordered for. You asked for it, PSG, and the guy is now dealing with you according to the offer you put on the table. Well, as it stands right now, Kylian Mbappe is going back to be with the squad. Their next game, I believe he will be part of that squad. He was welcomed back by the players in camp. And so that settled that also. We already talked about Mohamed Kudus. We talked about Caicedo, medicals completed. Yes. Mohamed Kudus. Neymar to Al Hilal. Here we go. Neymar to Al Hilal. Like I told you, we are talking about the current transfers, the market, things that are happening in the market after the weekend games. Neymar, almighty Neymar. After we spoke about, how do you call it? Mbappe. Who else are we going to talk about? Neymar to Al Hilal, Saudi Arabia. This transfer was also another topic. There were doubts whether Neymar will be going to Saudi to play at this time. There were doubts over the agreement. There were issues over the agreement. His preferred destination was to go back to Barcelona. Thank you, brother Francis Abba. Brother Francis, thank you for joining us. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your comments. Now, as it stands, Kylian Mbappe back to the squad and Neymar going to Al Hilal in Saudi Arabia. Here we go. After a huge new bid was made 2 days ago to PSG and to Kylian Mbappe himself. PSG are to receive about 100 million euros. About 100 million euros for PSG. And the player himself is going to be on a huge salary. Neymar, as we speak, is going to be on a huge salary, about 300 million euros for 2 seasons. He's going to be there for 2 years. And the total package is worth over about 300 million euros. So you can read the calculation by yourself. These days, the players, they are going for the money, no more the love of the game. It's not their fault anyway. Yes, what they have been presented with is what they are going in for. Let us know if the sound is coming out well. Let us know if the sound is coming out well. If you can hear us and if the sound is coming out well, please. Let us hear from you. Please. As we speak, Neymar is on board to Al Hilal, Saudi Arabia for medicals. Actually, his medical will take place in France, but he will be flying to Saudi Arabia this week to start to complete the signing. He will be going to Saudi this week to complete the signing. Yes, this week, Neymar will be going to Saudi Arabia after the medicals. The medicals will take place today, actually. The medical will take place today and 2 years contract to be signed between Neymar and Al Hilal. 100 million euro to PSG, and the player is going to be pocketing over 300 million euros. Over 300 million euros. Yes, that is the news that is coming up. Again, looking at all the transfers so far this season, which team, especially in the Premier League, can you point out made the best signings? Which team can you, or which player do you think is the best signing in this season, and for which club? Who made the best signing in this season, and for which club? We want to hear from you. We want to hear from you. Who is making the best signings in this season? I think Mbappe is changing his mind because Neymar is on his way to the Saudi League. Possibly. It's possible, my brother Francis, it's possible that he's changing his mind because of the happenings around the market. It's possible. I believe that. But the question is, at this point in time, does Neymar really want to play in the Saudi League? When all these players are now leaving the major leagues to Saudi League, which players are going to be playing the Champions League for us? Our beautiful Champions League that we love to watch. All these great players are now going to the Saudi League. Who are the players that are going to entertain us in the Champions League? Can you name the players that are in the Saudi League now? From the Ronaldos, Cristiano Ronaldo, Dembele now is gone to Saudi. Just name them. A lot of the big stars are all now gone to the Saudi League. So the Champions League, which players are going to be playing it? Are we not going to be losing the taste of the Champions League? Are we not going to be losing what we used to enjoy, seeing our big stars playing? Well, maybe like Ronaldo said, very soon, the Saudi League will become the biggest league. Cristiano Ronaldo said it. He said it earlier this season that very soon, he said he's paving the way that very soon the Saudi League will become what? The biggest league. Because the way things are going, if we are not careful, if care is not taken, the Saudis are taking over. Then they are not stopping anytime soon. This is just the beginning. It's just the beginning. The Saudis are fully prepared. And you see, it's an investment. Football now is an investment. Saudis, they are taking this as an investment in preparation towards 2035 World Cup that they want to host. They are taking this as an investment. And remember, Saudi Arabia, all that they have is oil. All that they have is oil. And now there are alternatives to oil now in the market. There are alternatives to oil now. A time is going to come where they might not be making so much from oil again. Because right now there are electric cars that are coming up everywhere. And so they are making every arrangement to start, investing in other things. For you to see them buying all these big clubs around Europe. That is the plan. They are investing their monies in things that can profit them in some years to come. They are not foolish people. They are not stupid. The Saudis are not stupid to be investing all the billions in all the football, the players around the world. No. They are seeing it as an investment for the future. Because very soon, when the electric cars have taken over and nobody's buying petrol, nobody's buying the fuel, where would they be getting their money from? So the money they have right now, they are trying to make good use of it by investing it strategically. And one of their strategic points is football right now. For them to be buying the big clubs, they bought PSG. See the amount of money they spent over the years on PSG. Now they're in the Premier League. Newcastle is gone. Manchester United is yet to follow. Man U, the deal is still on the table with the Saudis. And all these big clubs are now, the Saudis now that are investing in all these big clubs. Why? Because they see it as something that will be beneficial to them in the near future. Something that will help them in the near future. They are not joking. The Saudi money is coming in to even Manchester United. If it doesn't happen in this season, before next season, the Saudis will take over Manchester United. Because the agreement is already in place. It's only the financial details that they are working on right now. Man U fans should be excited anyway because money is coming. More dollar is coming. Right now, Chelsea, we are a bit ahead of them because our new owners are Americans, but they have business dealings with the Saudis. That is a matter of fact. And Chelsea just bought Strasbourg as well. Strasbourg is our club now. Our owners, they own Strasbourg. That is why most of the players we bought this season, we sent some of them to Strasbourg on loan. Most players that Chelsea bought this season are sent to Strasbourg on loan. And so you could see the strategic differences. Many people don't believe or don't know exactly why Saudis are coming into football this time around. But there is a great reason. And one of the reasons being that it's an investment for the future. The oil business, very soon, the oil business will be going down. And they needed to do something that can make them to rely on. That is it. Quickly, we want to move on to the next game, the game for tonight. Manchester United fans. Manchester United fans, I need you to tell me, what are your expectations for tonight? Man U fans, wherever you are, I need you to tell me your expectations for tonight about the match. What are your expectations? Send me the comment sections, wherever you are watching from, and let us know your expectation for tonight. Your expectation for tonight. Manchester United versus Wolves. This should be a cool job for Man U. Looking at the build-up they've done. Manchester United versus Wolves. Tonight, what are your expectations? The team sheet, I'm trying to get the team sheet out, but it's not. I think the team sheet is not yet out. But with all the money spent this season, and with all the build-up, what do you expect this night, Manchester United fans? You let us know. And we are also going to move straight away into the Premier League itself. The league table as it stands right now. As the league table stands right now, I have the league table right here in front of me. The standings. Who scored the highest goal over the weekend? The highest goal was Newcastle. Newcastle scored the highest goal of 5. Followed by Brighton 4. Man City 3. Arsenal 2. Brentford 2 goals, but concede 2 as well. I'll be coming into the concede goals. But Newcastle scored the highest goal over the weekend, followed by Brighton. Then Man City. Brighton scored 4. Newcastle scored 5. Man City scored 3. Arsenal 2. Crystal Palace 1. Fulham 1. Brentford 1. Tottenham. Brentford 2 goals. Tottenham 2 goals. Bournemouth 1. Chelsea 1. Liverpool 1. West Ham 1. Man United and Wolves, they are yet to play. Nottingham Forest scored 2 goals. Luton 1. Burnley 1. Aston Villa 1. Now goals concede. Goals concede. Newcastle conceded 1 goal. It ended 5-1. Brighton 1 goal conceded. Man City 0 goals conceded. I'm giving you all these statistics so that you know the standing of the clubs. Arsenal scored 2, conceded 1. Let me take it again. Newcastle scored 5, conceded 1. Brighton scored 4, conceded 1. Man City scored 3, conceded 0. Arsenal scored 2, conceded 1. Crystal Palace scored 1, conceded 0. Fulham 1, conceded 0. Brentford scored 2, conceded 2. Tottenham scored 2, conceded 2. Bournemouth 2, conceded 1, conceded 1. Chelsea scored 1, conceded 1. Liverpool scored 1, conceded 1. West Ham 1-1. Man United Wolves yet to play. Nottingham Forest scored 1, conceded 2. Everton 0-1. Luton Town 1-1. Burnley 1-0. Aston Villa 1-1. Now, the goal differences here are very clear. Newcastle have 4 goal difference. 4 goals difference. Brighton 3 goal different. Man City 3 goal different. Arsenal 1 goal different. Crystal Palace 1. Fulham 1. The rest are 0-0-0-0-0. Who is leading the chart? Top 6. Newcastle now leads the league. 3 points. Newcastle now 3 points. Brighton 3 points. Why Newcastle is leading? Because they score more goals. 4 goals scored by Newcastle. So they are leading now with 3 points, 4 goals scored. Brighton, they are second with 3 points, score 4 goals. Man City, they are third with 3 goals. Arsenal are fourth with 2 goals. Crystal Palace are 5 with 1 goal. Fulham are 6 with 1 goal. That is the top 6 for this weekend. This is just the beginning. That we should know and remember that this is just the beginning. As it stands right now, Newcastle is on top. We know, we are aware that the building, what Newcastle is building up, or Newcastle is cooking, we know that this season, it's very likely that Newcastle will not fall below the top 4. Newcastle, what they are cooking, what they are building. Any team that is going to face Newcastle this season will have to be aware of the squad that they carry. Newcastle, they are cooking something. It's not only Chelsea that is cooking something. Newcastle, they are cooking something. Right now, they are on top. And if care is not taken, both Man City, Man United, Arsenal, Chelsea, all those top teams, traditionally, that is to occupy the top 6, might not have the chance. As Newcastle have started, they have started with 5 goals difference, you know. They have started with 5 goals. And so we need to be very much aware. We need to be very much aware of what Newcastle is cooking. Now we will move to next week. Before then, yesterday, Chelsea played against Liverpool. Brentford played and they played draw 1-1. Chelsea, Liverpool 1-1. Brentford, Tottenham 2-2. Newcastle, Aston Villa 5-1. Everton, Fulham 1-0. That's Fulham 1, Everton 0. Brighton, Luton 4-1. Bournemouth, West Ham 1-1. For those of you that didn't have the opportunity of watching all the games, I'll give you the score lines. Brentford, Fulham. Sorry, Everton, Fulham 1-0. Now, next weekend, next Saturday, here are the pairings for next Saturday. The pairings for next Saturday. Nottingham Forest, Sheffield United, Saturday, 19th August. That's Nottingham Forest and Sheffield United. Next games, next weekend, Saturday. I'm giving you the team pairing. Nottingham Forest versus Sheffield United. Luton Town versus Burnley. That game is postponed. The date is postponed. Time is not yet given. Liverpool, Bournemouth, next Saturday. Liverpool, Bournemouth, next Saturday. Wolves, Brighton. Wolves versus Brighton, next Saturday. Fulham, Brentford. Fulham versus Brentford, next Saturday. Tottenham versus Manchester United, Sunday, 20th of August. Sunday, 20th of August. Tottenham versus Manchester United. Remember, tonight, Man U have a match. They have a match tonight. They have a match tonight. But their next game is against Tottenham. And it's going to be on next Sunday, 20th of August. Man City, Newcastle. This will be a cracker. This game will be a cracker game. Man City versus Newcastle, 20th of August. That's next Sunday. Man City, Newcastle. Book your date on that. Newcastle, Man City, next Sunday. That game will be cracker. Aston Villa, Everton. Next Sunday, Aston Villa, Everton. West Ham, Chelsea. That is another one to watch out for. West Ham versus Chelsea, 20th of August is on Sunday. Then we'll have Crystal Palace versus Arsenal on Tuesday. Crystal Palace versus Arsenal. Sorry, that will be on Monday. That will be on Monday. Crystal Palace, Arsenal on Monday. Monday night football. Just like tonight, it's going to be Manchester United versus who? Wolves tonight. Manchester United Wolves tonight. Watch out for that. Watch out for that. I have match day 3 here, but I think that will be I'll give you that next week. Next week I'll give you match day 3 pairing. Quickly, I want to hear from you where you are watching from. Your thoughts so far on your team. Your squad is Manchester United. Your team is Manchester United. Is it Arsenal? Is it Liverpool or Chelsea? Wherever you are, whatever your team is, I want to hear from you. Send me your comments. Send me your comments. I'll be glad to respond to your comments. So send me your comment, please. I'll be glad to respond to those comments. I'll be glad to respond to every of your comments. Please send me your comments right now. I want to know where you are watching from. You are watching from Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, wherever you are watching from. I want to hear from you right now. Let me know where you're watching from. You're watching from America. Last week, we were live like this and we received a lot of messages from all over the world. India, We received from Nigeria, from Ghana. I want to know where you are watching us from live and what you think so far about what we discussed here. We spoke about Caicedo, the medicals done, and we spoke about Mbappe. Mbappe is back into the PSG squad. PSG statement read. Let me read the statement for you from PSG. Following a very constructive and positive talks between PSG and Kylian Mbappe before our game versus Lorient, the player has been reinstated into the first team training squad this morning. I'm taking that again. A statement from PSG. Following a very constructive and positive talks between PSG and Kylian Mbappe before our game versus Lorient, the player has been reinstated into the first team training squad. That was a statement released by PSG. All it took was just one draw. Just a draw, just one draw of the team against Lorient. Just one draw. PSG are going back on their word. The same player that they said the finally said, okay, we don't want you to be part of the squad. You cannot even train with the squad, the first team squad. Now, just one draw. And they are putting it as if they made a decision before their match against Lorient. That is the way they are putting it here. He said they made a decision to reinstate him into the first team training squad before the game. Meanwhile, it was after the game that the statement was released. Why didn't they release a statement before the game? Who are they deceiving here? Why didn't they release a statement before the game? Rather, they waited, and after the game, when they noticed that something was lacking in the squad, they played draw against Lorient. Then they now realized that no, they need to reinstate the guy back into the squad. Well, we wait to see the agreement or the constructive or positive talks that happened between them and PSG. We wait to see. We wait to see. Yes, earlier on today, I made some presentations. I gave out my thoughts on the game that Chelsea played. The game that Chelsea played with Liverpool. Yes, and I want to, part of the things I spoke about in that game, Chelsea-Liverpool, part of the things that I spoke about, I want to talk briefly on some of those things. First of all, it's acknowledged that Chelsea had a poor start. We need to admit that Chelsea had a poor start to the game. Liverpool started stronger. And that is one thing that Pochettino needs to work on. Chelsea had a poor start to the game. Yes, if you watch the match, you will notice that Chelsea started on a wrong note, on a wrong foot. I don't know what accounted for that, whether it was lack of confidence, whether it was fear, whether most of the players actually it's their first time of playing in the league. It's their first match in the league, most of the players. Some of them also are old guys. Maybe 4 or 5 of them were old guys, but most of the players were their first time playing in the Premier League. They don't know how it is like, what it takes. These are fresh guys that just joined the league. But Coach Pochettino need to do something until when the match continued, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, that was when they began to grow into the game. They began to grow their confidence before they begin to get that was when they came back second half. We saw totally different thing. They now played out themselves. But from the very beginning, when the match started, Chelsea started on the wrong note. Chelsea started on the wrong foot. Few players that stood out, even though the whole squad, the entire squad did very well. One player that stood out, and it is because of the goal he scored, Disasi. He claimed the first goal. The first goal for the squad. The first goal of the Pochettino era. The first goal of the Pochettino era in the Premier League with Chelsea. The goal was scored by who? Disasi. The system that we played also yesterday, there was a problem with the system. There was a problem when they tried to switch system. There was an issue. Poch need to work out some of these things carefully. We noticed clearly that Poch played four defensive players. Our defense was 4. Thiago Silva, Reece James, Ben Chilwell, and Cowell. But it got to a point where you'd be thinking it was 5 defense. No, it is the only problem was that Gallagher sometimes moves to defense to help. The system that he tried to play, actually, as a matter of fact, the system was supposed to be 4-2-3-1. The system was supposed to be 4-2-3-1. That was the system that was deployed. But it got to a point where you'd be thinking maybe it was a 5-1-3-1. It was as if you were playing 5-1-3-1. So the system, we need to work on the system. We need to perfect the system. If we were to play against a stronger team, if we were to meet, Liverpool midfield was weak. That is what saved Chelsea. Let's face it now. I want to face the facts. Liverpool midfield was weak. The midfield that we played against, Liverpool midfield was weak. Assuming we play against Newcastle or Manchester United or Man City, even Arsenal, they would have beaten Chelsea hands down. Let us not over-celebrate our draw as Chelsea fans. Assuming we play against a stronger opponent like Man City, Newcastle, Arsenal, or even Man United, would have conceded about 3-4 goals. But because Liverpool midfield was weak, and we also have a weak midfield at the same time. So both teams have a weak midfield. Enzo did pretty well. Enzo did very well, very well, very well. But he needed someone defensively to support. That is where signing of Caicedo, everybody is excited about Caicedo. Everybody is excited about the signing of Caicedo. Because it's going to complement the work that Enzo is doing at that midfield area. But we need to admit, first of all, that Chelsea had a bad start to the game and the system did not work to perfection. The system did not work to perfection. My next take is on the VAR. VAR has taken about 2 goals away from the match. The officials need to have a second look at that VAR issue. From my personally, yes. The second half was very exciting. It's true that the second half, Chelsea finally came out boldly with confidence to play. But I will still insist that if it was a better opponent, we would have conceded huge goals. One noticeable thing yesterday was the sight of Eden Hazard. Chelsea fans, yes, Eden Hazard was at the stadium yesterday. I don't know how many of you noticed it. Eden Hazard was at the stadium yesterday. Take note of that also. I'm trying to point out a few things that I noticed from the match yesterday. Coming to our goalkeeper, Sanchez, my take on Sanchez. Who would have expected this guy to be who he is in the Chelsea squad? Sanchez, I never ever believe it. Because, first of all, Sanchez is not the #1 at Brighton. Where he's coming from, he's not their #1 goalkeeper. Sanchez is not their #1 goalkeeper. Let's take note of that. Sanchez is their number 2nd or 3rd. But look at what he did yesterday. In a very long time, I've never seen a Chelsea goalkeeper jumping to catch a... Well, welcome, my brother Francis. You're watching from Nigeria. And Chelsea fan. That's great. God bless my brother. That's great. Watching from Nigeria. That's great. That's wonderful. That's great. Let me read your statement. It says you are watching from Nigeria and Chelsea fan. The forefront of the team need more sharpness, and also like of Sterling shouldn't be starting a game. If he cannot be sold, his contribution is poor. Yes, I agree with you partly, my brother. Our starting 11, like I said earlier on, the truth of the matter is that Jackson yesterday could not deliver much because of the pairing. Jackson was getting used to Nkuku in that front. Jackson was getting used to Nkuku in that front. And because now the Nkuku now have injury, Jackson was not getting that partnership. You know, one of the reasons why we go for preseason was for the players to get to know each other, to blend together. Now Nkuku and Jackson, they already build good partnership in that attack. And because of the injury, right now we need a player that can fit into that position of Nkuku. And that is the reason why I'm preferring Kudus to Olise. Because Kudus can score, he can create, he can assist, he can play on the right wing, and he can also play as number 10. But Olise is very good on that number 10 role. But if you look at the statistics, his goal scoring is not that much. And we know in Nkuku's profile, he can score and he can assist. Do you get it? So that is the position, that is what I was thinking they should be doing. Olise is a very good player. I would have wished that they can sign both of them, but right now, because of the financial fair play, and we cannot continue to sign every player. We cannot continue to be signing just every player. You understand it? Yes. So like I was talking about the goalkeeper, Sanchez, my take on him, he has the extra height that is needed of a goalkeeper. Sanchez has a height that is needed of a goalkeeper. And in a very long while, I've never seen a Chelsea keeper that could jump and save, how do you call it, a ball in the air from a corner kick. From a corner kick, this guy could dive, could jump and save ball in the air from a corner kick. In a very long while, I've never seen a Chelsea goalkeeper do that. But this guy had the ability to jump and catch the ball in the air. He made me I'm beginning to fall in love with him. That is why I don't have a problem, which I'll be going to that later. Our goalkeeper, Kepa, as we speak, is on the way to Real Madrid. I'll come to that very soon, in a minute. So personally, that extra height that this keeper has, it's an advantage. His physique, you could see that there's a man standing behind a goalpost. There's a man there in the goalpost. He was well organized defense. This season, let me point out also that Chelsea this season, we don't have a problem with our defense at all. If we can get a good midfielder like we have Caicedo coming in, defensive midfielder, we'll be all right. With this goalkeeper, from what I've seen, I just pray that he would, he's excited to be part of this team. He is excited, and making him number 1 alone will give him more confidence. Making Sanchez number 1 will give him more confidence. Right now as we speak, we are not going into for all those top goalkeepers again this season. I believe if we are to get a replacement at all, coming to Kepa issue, our goalkeeper Kepa, I don't know why I'm still going around. I don't want to go into it. As we speak, he is on his way to Real Madrid for his medicals. Goalkeeper Kepa is going to be on loan, 1 year loan to Real Madrid. Courtois got injured last week, and Real Madrid need a safe hand in their goal post this season. Kepa will be out for a long time. How do you call it? Courtois will be out for a long time, and so Real Madrid needed a goalkeeper that can take over as their number 1. And they have struck a deal with Chelsea. As we speak, Kepa is on his way to Real Madrid. He'll be having his medicals today. As soon as he's arriving, he's going to have his medicals today. And by tomorrow, he'll begin to be part of the squad. They're going to unveil him tomorrow, immediately, because they need his services. So Kepa currently is on his way out to Real Madrid on loan, 1 year loan. He'll be back next year, June. Next season, June. His loan will end in June next season. Personally, I am not happy about that. I would have wished that Kepa would stay so that there will be a competition in that goalkeeping department. But we all know, even Bayern was also in the move. Bayern also was in the move before. Bayern needed his services very badly. We were negotiating initially with Bayern to buy him outrightly. We wanted an outright sale. Chelsea wanted an outright sale because as it stands right now, goalkeeper Kepa's contract will expire in 2 years. And so going on loan right now, it means that he's going to come back with just 1 year more left on his contract. And if a player has only 1 year more left on his contract, it's difficult to negotiate with him. The player can decide to run down his contract. We are seeing the stories all around with Kylian Mbappe. When the player succeeded in running down his contract, if it's once it left 1 year, the player now have the advantage over the club. He can choose to run down his contract. And so Kepa is going to come back when his time is almost up, 1 year to go. If we are not able to get a suitable market for him at that time, we are going to be losing money. So I was not in favor of that, and Chelsea hierarchy was not in favor of letting Kepa go on loan. That was the problem that we had with Bayern Munich. Munich coming in, they wanted loan. I don't know why they did not give Kepa to Bayern on loan, but now they're giving it to Real Madrid on loan. But my understanding, and from sources, what we are hearing is that Kepa, the goalkeeper himself, Kepa, he made his own preference. He preferred to go to Real Madrid instead of Bayern Munich. I don't know whether maybe because of Hurricane. You don't want to be a teammate with Hurricane. I'm just on a lighter side. Maybe he doesn't want to be a teammate to Hurricane. That is why he refused to go to Bayern Munich. Because Bayern Munich bid was there a long time that they want him on loan. And immediately Real Madrid comes in. He agreed to Real Madrid. He accepted the offer. And it's all about loan. It's all loan. I don't think that the amount of money that is involved will be different. If he's saying that he wants to earn 20,000 euros a week, that is, Bayern Munich can afford to pay it equally. But he preferred to be in Real Madrid. So Chelsea have to allow him to go. Right now, as we speak, he's on flight going to Real Madrid. He'll be having his medicals today, and by tomorrow, game starts for him. He'll be on there and game starts for him. So that is it. Kylian Mbappe has been reinstated into the squad. We talked about that, and we also spoke about our team performance, and we are still on our team performance. Caicedo on medicals already. We know about that also. Back to the match. You see, Jackson, as we speak, Nicholas Jackson need that partnership like he had with Nkuku. Take note of that. Take note of that. And there is another player that I want to point out here, Ben Chilwell. Ben Chilwell, that first goal that he scored was an excellent goal. I had a problem with the VAR. The goal that Ben Chilwell scored was an excellent goal. Was an excellent goal. But we cannot argue it. Right now, the FA, the Premier League, the FA, they are taking critical look of some of these things. I believe that even very soon they'll even be checking our shadows. If your shadow should cross the line, very soon they'll be checking on your shadow. Ben Chilwell, that goal, I love that goal, but it was ruled out. Conor Gallagher also did extremely well in that defensive midfield area. Even though that is not his best position, he loves to go forward. Conor Gallagher, he loves to move forward the ball. He preferred to be in the attacking midfield, attacking area than to be in the defensive area. He plays attacking more than defensively. And he can only be a compliment. This guy, I don't believe in we selling him. I don't want Chelsea to sell Conor Gallagher. I would prefer that he stays. The news that is coming out now is that they're going to be selling Conor Gallagher if we can succeed in buying Romeo Lavia. If we can succeed in buying Romeo Lavia, they will have to sell Conor Gallagher. I would prefer that he stays than we selling him, because he can be a very good and useful material backup to Caicedo. Yes, so I'll prefer that he stays. I would prefer that. When you take a look at the entire team, one of our brother, Francis Abba from Nigeria, talk about Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling, I think that looking at this game and his performance last night, I think he did quite well. I personally think that Raheem Sterling did quite well. He's beginning to rediscover himself like he used to play for Man City under Pep Guardiola. Yesterday, Raheem Sterling was almost everywhere in every creative area of the match. Please, I would like us to check the players based on statistics. Let us not just be checking them on hearsay or what we think or because they made a mistake before. Yesterday, Raheem Sterling was quite okay. He played the game according to plan. He was in every creative area, every game, anything that we created at the forefront, he was involved in it. He was involved in it. So personally, I would have wished that we can give him a little more time. We'll give him a little. He's beginning to discover himself. Sterling was really good. He was involved in almost everything. He was involved in almost everything against this Liverpool side. Liverpool was not a small squad, it's a small team. But this guy did almost everything. He was involved in it. He was part of the whole creative area from the beginning of the match to the end. From the very beginning to the end. Okay? So let us give let's encourage him. Let's encourage him. I believe that as time goes on, we will see the best of Raheem Sterling in this season. Last season was a very bad season for the whole squad. It's not just about Raheem Sterling last season, but last season was actually a bad season for the whole entire squad. This season, I believe with Pochettino in charge now, things will change for most of the players. It's not going to be like last season. They are still in a build-up process. Let us not forget the season has just started. The season has just started. And so there is still more time for more work to be done. There is more time for more work to be done. You understand it? There's more time for more work to be done right now as we speak. Chelsea is my team. And that is why we are here. And so please forgive me if I'm talking much more about Chelsea. Forgive me. But the truth is that Chelsea is just my team. It's just my team. That is why. I'm so sorry. Now, what do you think, Chelsea fans, about our position? Where do you expect us to end the season? Comments, tell me your own opinion. Where do you expect Chelsea to end the season? Where do you think that Chelsea will end the season this year? Do you think we can make the top 4? The signings we made so far, and every other club, the signings that other clubs made this year, what do you make of all those signings? What do you make of those signings? The signings that Chelsea made this season, can you rate the players? Can you rate them? Every signing that Chelsea made this season, from Nicholas Jackson to Disasi, can we rate them? I want to hear from you. Send us your comments. Send us your comments. I want to pinpoint on some 4 players that we know. This season, their position, nobody can take it away from them. Their position this season. Number 1, Thiago Silva. All eyes were on the debutants, like Axel Disasi and Liverpool in Chelsea's back 3. But Thiago Silva was the most impressive at the heart of it. Do you agree with me? All eyes were on the new signings. Liverpool and Disasi. Liverpool and Disasi, all eyes were on them. But Thiago Silva was the most impressive at the heart of the defense. The 38-year-old Silva isn't likely to be an ever-present in Pochettino defense this term. But while he's available, the Brazilian must play. As long as he's available, he must play. He must play. Remember, Silva blocked Diogo Jota's and Mohamed Salah's dangerous efforts. Silva, he succeeded in blocking Diogo Jota and Mohamed Salah's dangerous effort, made 6 clearances. I'm giving you stats now. Thiago Silva made 6 clearances and won 4 out of 5 area duels. Thiago Silva in yesterday's game against Liverpool, he succeeded in blocking Diogo Jota's attacks and Mohamed Salah's dangerous effort. You know what? Yesterday, Mohamed Salah, I don't know where he got his energy from. He was playing dangerously yesterday. This guy, the 38-year-old Thiago Silva, that was the job he did yesterday. Brilliantly well yesterday. He made 6 clearances and won 4 area duels. More than every other player in that defense. More than every other player in that defense. This is Thiago Silva, yesterday's game. Diogo Jota's effort that he was making, they were all blocked by Thiago Silva. Mohamed Salah's dangerous efforts, they were all blocked by Thiago Silva. He made 6 clearances and won 4 area duels. Thiago Silva. His on-ball work was most impressive, recording 94% pass accuracy. Thiago Silva recorded 94% pass accuracy. His passes from behind, 94% pass accuracy. Thiago Silva, 38 years old. What are we talking about here? I'm going to statistics for you now. Thiago Silva, if he is fit, he must play. Unless he's not fit. It's as simple as that. At the age of 38, if he is fit, he must do what? Play. Unless he is not fit. Listen. He recorded 94% pass accuracy and completing 8 out of 9 attempt long balls. 94% pass accuracy and completed 8 out of 9 attempted long pass. All the long passes that he gave 9, but 8 was perfectly delivered or was perfectly received. What an impressive record in the first match or first game. That is Thiago Silva, 38 years old man. 38 years old man. Next is Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez may just be the best midfielder in the Premier League behind Kevin De Bruyne. If you don't know, Enzo Fernandez, he may just be the best midfielder in the Premier League right now as we speak. The best midfielder in the Premier League right now behind Kevin De Bruyne of Manchester City. Perhaps a bold claim with stars like Rodri and Bruno Fernandes operating the same competition. But oh, no. This guy is good. This guy, Enzo Fernandez, he is good. Right now, he's just the one closest to Kevin De Bruyne. With all the experience of Kevin De Bruyne, if you put these guys side by side, he's the closest to Kevin De Bruyne in the Premier League right now as we speak. Enzo Fernandez may just be the best midfielder in the Premier League right now behind Kevin De Bruyne. I'm repeating it again for you to hear it very well. You may have your own doubt or thinking, but I want to let you know the 107 million man was named the player of the match with a good reason. He was named the man of the match with a good reason, my friend. He showcased flawless passing range. He showcased flawless passing range, assured decision making, and evaded Liverpool pressure with ease. Enzo Fernandez, he was named the man of the match not for any reason, not because of any biased reason, not for a bad reason. He showcased a flawless passing range. Look at the passes he was given. Flawless passing range, assured decision making, and evaded Liverpool pressure with ease. Fernandes took 117 touches, 117 touches. Enzo Fernandez took 117 touches. 117 touches, completed 10 out of 11 attempted long balls. 10 out of 11 attempted long balls. Both of his attempted take-ons and created 2 chances. He created 2 clear chances. To think Pochettino is on the verge of partnering him with Caicedo, also in the aforementioned conversation, is a frightening prospect of Chelsea's rivals. Chelsea's rivals should watch out if Caicedo is partnered with this guy. Sorry. Now we move on to Ben Chilwell. Just a moment, please. Let me just get myself a cup of water, please. Just a moment. Just a second, please. All right, sorry about that. Sometimes it happens like that. I've been here for almost 1 hour plus now, speaking for more than 1 hour. So my throat is getting dried. Thank you and welcome back. Yes, moving to Ben Chilwell. Ben Chilwell has always been a player of great quality, actually. That is why Chelsea splashed £50 million for his signature in 2020. Injuries have been the issue with him, but he's undroppable when he's fit. I'm telling you, players that this is we should watch out for. Players that when they are fit, they will surely be part of the first 11. Ben Chilwell is one of them. He has always been a great player, great quality. That's why Chelsea splashed £50 million on him for his signature in 2020. His problem was injuries, but if he's fit, he will be undroppable. The 26-year-old thrived in left wing back row on Sunday. Yesterday, the left wing back row, he tried. Terrorizing Trent Alexander-Arnold as one of the host's biggest goal threats. We all saw him, Ben Chilwell. He was a threat to Alexander-Arnold. He would terrorize Alexander-Arnold in that area. That left wing back row perfectly fits him. Ben Chilwell. That left wing back row perfectly fits him. Chilwell provided the assist for the Sarsi's equalizer. Yes, that is perfectly true. I believe you won the match. Ben Chilwell, he provided the assist. He provided the assist for the Sarsi's equalizer. And, thought he fired Chelsea ahead immediately after, rounding Alisson to slot home. That second goal that was ruled out. He scored that goal also, but it was ruled out. It was offside according to VAR. But his threat left a lasting impression. He was always on a threat. Yes, he was always on the threat. Next, I move to Nicholas Jackson. Yes. Nicholas Jackson. Nicholas Jackson squandered a few good openings. You know, in writing this thing down, I took my time and I'm like, well, I need to choose my words carefully here. Okay, because I know you are watching me from wherever. You spend your time and you spend your money to buy the internet you are using is money. And so I need to give you detailed information, quality information. I don't just need to come and sit down and waste your time. So I'm trying to analyze the whole thing. And what I wrote here, actually, somebody might question my authority to judge the players or to grade them or whatever. But I'm just doing my job. What I deem fit for people like you that are watching me from wherever, from Nigeria, from Ghana, from USA, from India, wherever. There are many people that are watching all over. So what the information I'm giving right now are information that I research on. Nicholas Jackson squandered a few good opportunities yesterday. That is just the truth. He was arguably fortunate to avoid conceding a penalty after the ball struck his high hand in the Chelsea box. He nearly gave out penalty to our opponent. The ball actually struck his hand. but the judges, that is the VAR officials, they watch it from different angles and they thought it wasn't a penalty. Nicholas Jackson, he nearly made us lose the match yesterday. If they were to, whistle for that penalty to take place, Chelsea would have lost that match on that. We were just lucky to go away with it. Nicholas Jackson squandered a few good openings and was arguably fortunate to avoid conceding a penalty after the ball struck his hand in the Chelsea box. But there is something there. As he proved in pre-season, listen carefully, my friend, Chelsea must stick with the 22-year-old if he is to quickly find his scoring touch in the Premier League. We must stick to him. We must. We cannot judge him based on only yesterday's match. He has been doing extremely well. He missed out on several opportunities yesterday, which arguably he could have scored. Likewise, he also nearly gave out a penalty. But there is something there, as he proved in pre-season. Let's take it carefully. Chelsea must stick with the 22-year-old if he's to quickly find his scoring touch in the Premier League. Jackson looked lively on the ball, creating a chance in the dying minutes, which Modric failed to convert. He created a chance in the dying minutes, but Modric failed to convert. And Pochettino will likely stick with him while his alternative striker options remain far and few. That is my take on the 4 players that I think they are undroppable if they are fit. 4 players that are undroppable if they are fit. Nicholas Jackson is one. Ben Chilwell is one. Enzo Fernandez is another. And Thiago Silva. These 4 players, for me, my opinion, they are undroppable. They are undroppable in this Chelsea lineup. What is your opinion? What do you think? I want to be hearing from you. I want to be hearing from you. What do you think? What is your opinion? I want to hear from you. Tonight there'll be updates on some other players, but as we speak now, I have not received any news yet, any new news. And let me also remind all Chelsea fans that Tottenham are interested in Romelu Lukaku. Tottenham, they are interested in the services of Lukaku. I believe that most of you will be very happy to hear that. And they are working on the details. Tottenham needed a replacement for Harry Kane, and they are taking a look at Lukaku's profile. They are taking a look at Lukaku. Chelsea fans will be happy to get rid of him. We want him to go. Yes, we want him to go. He's taking too much of our money. £315,000 per week for Lukaku is not an easy joke. It's not an easy joke. And so, Tottenham, if you guys are serious about it, please make it happen quickly. Make it happen quickly. Do it quickly. We need you people to help us. Help us. We are also helping you anyway. We are giving you Lukaku. He's a very good striker. Not that he's a bad striker. He is a very good striker. He is a very good striker. So please, you want him, come in for him quickly. Lukaku. He is a very good striker. Come in for him quickly. Yes. Right now, I want to go into my next news. I'm trying to get latest update for you, my viewer and my listener. I want to get you the latest and fresh updates right now. You know, here we give you what is happening. We tell you what is happening right now. We are not telling you dead news. We are always ahead of our competitors. We are a new channel. We are a new channel and we want to be ahead of our competitors. Yes. We are a new channel and we want to be ahead of our competitors. So bear with me as I'm giving you fresh news and fresh updates every minute, every second. Every minute and every second. That is why I'm here. Do you know the time here now is 12:49 a.m. 12:49 a.m. and I'm here because of you. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel if you have not yet subscribed. Please subscribe and on your notification button. On that notification button so that if there's any latest news, you'll be the first to get it from us. Be the first to hear the news. Be the first to know what is happening around your world of football. It's very important. And the only way you can be getting those news is when your notification button is on. When the button is on, any new news, you'll be the first to hear it. You'll be the first to hear it. It's very, very important. And let me remind you also that Chelsea have included a secret clause as part of the deal to sign Caicedo from Brighton over Liverpool. The Blues reportedly agreed a British record fee of £150 million with Brighton for the 21-year-old. The medicals has taken place this afternoon, or this morning, let me say. Yes, at Cobham. The Blues have reportedly agreed a British record fee of £150 million with the Brighton for 21-year-old midfielder, just days after Liverpool had their bid accepted. Right now, Sky Sport are reporting that Caicedo informed the rest. Okay. Now they've agreed an 8-year contract with the midfielder and have the option of 9. That is the news. The guy signed the deal, and now listen to the clause. According to CBS Sports reporter Ben Jacobs, he's a very reliable reporter, Ben Jacobs. He is a very reliable journalist in the sports industry. Ben Jacobs, any news that comes from him is concrete. Is accepted all over. Ben Jacobs and Fabrizio Romano, these two. And Oyston, also the same day, yeah. Chelsea's £115 million bid does not represent an upfront payment to Brighton, or the figure spread out across the early stages of the player's contract. The claim is that Chelsea have offered £100 million for the midfielder, as well as a further £15 million. It is unclear how the extra £50 million will be triggered, but the clause has pushed their proposal ahead of Liverpool. What that means is that the actual figure Chelsea is paying for the player is £100 million, not £115 million. From this clause, Chelsea is paying £100 million to Brighton for the service of Caicedo, not £115 million. The agreement is £115 million, but Chelsea is to pay £100 million. The extra £15 million is performance-based. It's performance-based. And note that the agreement is 8 years with an option of 9. An option to renew another 1 more year. So as it stands right now, Caicedo is Chelsea player for the next 9 years. For £100 million. That isn't bad. That is not bad. It's not a bad deal, as people were thinking. It's not a bad deal. Chelsea fans, it's not really a bad deal. Jacob's tweet, although Chelsea's Caicedo talks have been described as complicated, Chelsea have felt really optimistic since Friday night. The £115 million package, believed to be £100 million plus 15, is now being finalized with a sell-on clause on top. You see it now? So Chelsea is adding a sell-on clause on top of the deal. Sell-on clause on top. Sources indicate a deal is already closed. Chelsea now having a medical with the player. So it's done deal. The player already had the medical this morning, and it's a done deal now for Chelsea. It's a done deal now for Chelsea. Blues boss Pochettino was asked by Sky Sport about whether he could give any updates on Caicedo negotiations as at yesterday. We watched this already. we watched this already. So the news right now is that everything is okay with Caicedo. The deal has been signed. The medical took place. Caicedo now is a Chelsea player. That is the news. Here, we are done with Caicedo. We are done with Caicedo. The next update I want to give you in the market right now. Transfer news live. Transfer news live. Yes. The opening weekend of the Premier League season may have already been and gone, but clubs are still working hard to finalize their businesses in the market. Clubs are still working to finalize their businesses in the remaining 3 weeks of the summer transfer window. Chelsea and Liverpool share the spoils with a 1-1 draw at Stamford Bridge, and the two teams have been battling each other away from the field as well, with Mauricio Pochettino and Jurgen Klopp desperate to secure their top targets. Manchester United have done the bulk of their businesses already by completing 3 signings, bringing in Mason Mount, Andre Onana, and Rasmus Højlund. But Erik ten Hag is not finished yet after sanctioning the departures of Fred and Anthony Elanga. The Dutchman could bring in 2 more new faces before the deadline, with a centre-back and a defensive midfielder. Fred is already gone to Turkey. Is it Fenerbahce, I guess. Fred is already gone. So they need a replacement for Fred. And then Anthony Elanga. Man United now, they are looking to bring in 2 more players to add up to Mason Mount, Andre Onana, and Rasmus Højlund that was bought. Now, coming to Arsenal. Arsenal could be tempted into the market too, despite spending over 200 million already this summer, with Mikel Arteta refusing to rule out further arrivals after their 2-1 win over Nottingham Forest. And Tottenham now have 18 days to find a suitable replacement for Harry Kane, following his blockbuster £100 million switch to Bayern Munich, with Angel Postecoglou eyeing improvement after their 2-2 draw at Brentford. With injuries and departures affecting all 20 teams, there should be plenty of spending to come in the final weeks of the window. Breaking news. Chelsea fans, breaking news. I don't know what you are doing. There are no comments coming from you. I need to hear from you. Send me your comments. Send me your comments. I said breaking news. Lavia. Romeo Lavia to Chelsea. Romeo Lavia has decided to join Chelsea this summer. Report from The Athletic. The Blues are now locked in talks with Southampton to acquire the services of the Belgian playmaker, with a fee in the region of £15 million plus add-ons expected to seal the deal. Liverpool had previously tabled bids for Lavia, but Chelsea have managed to lure another target out of the grasp of Jurgen Klopp, having persuaded Caicedo not to head to Anfield recently. So Lavia now has chosen Chelsea over Liverpool again. If this news is to be true. Actually, The Athletic, their news is also, you can easily bet on their news. This is the latest. This news is coming in few hours ago. Unless there is a change within the last 2-3 hours. But right now as we speak, Romeo Lavia stated his preference. Romeo Lavia stated his preference that he would prefer to be in Chelsea squad, to be part of this Chelsea squad. I don't know why all the players now prefer all the players. They all want to be under Pochettino. Yes. Key events for the day. Man United could delay Greenwood decision. Name undergoes medical ahead of £86 million switch. Liverpool agrees £60 million Lavia deal. Well, so then, these are the key events right now as we are speaking. So Liverpool now agreed to £60 million Lavia fee. Let me take that first. Let me take that first before I go to the other ones. New twist. Oh my goodness. I'm giving you live updates. These are live updates now, like I told you. Exclusive West Ham target. Wow. I'm giving you live updates now here. All the breaking news you want to hear, I'm going to be giving them to you here right now. Spurs use Kane cash on 25 million sterling. Tottenham will test the waters with a concrete bid for Gift Orban before transfer deadline, according to reports. Spurs may need the Nigerian to shoulder some of the goals burden left by Harry Kane after he completed £100 million transfer to Bayern Munich on Saturday. According to the Evening Standard, a bid for giant striker Orban is in the pipeline, but manager Ange Postecoglou may have to wait for several departures before the club can make their move. The Belgian club believe they can fetch more than 25 million by cashing in, and Spurs have plenty of money to spend after Kane. That's great. The next one is Man United could delay Greenwood decision. Manchester United could be set to delay their announcement on Mason Greenwood future, again as the club continue to mull over their decision. The 21-year-old has not played competitive since his arrest 20 months ago, with the forward suspended while the club launched their own internal investigation before the charges were dropped by the Crown Prosecution Service. Greenwood was said to be informed about the club decision before tonight's clash with Wolves. However, reports say the decision has been pushed back and Greenwood could now be forced to wait until after the summer transfer window shuts September 1st to discover his fate. Manchester United. This one I have said, breaking news. I have already informed you about this one already. Caicedo complete Chelsea medicals. Chelsea have moved a step closer to finalizing their 115 million British record transfer for Caicedo. The Brighton star has completed his medical at the Blues training ground in Cobham this morning, as reported, after the two clubs struck an agreement on the record deal. Caicedo, 21, signed an 8-year contract with the option of further 1 year included. Oh my goodness. Breaking news. Chelsea closed in on 35 million signing. Chelsea are reportedly edging closer to signing of Michael Olise from Crystal Palace. Michael Olise, welcome to Chelsea. If this is what we need, come on, let's go in for it. The 21-year-old emerged as a target for both the Blues and Manchester City after a stellar season last term, scoring twice and laying on 11 assists for his teammates. The winger is said to have a 35 million release clause written into his contract. And according to the French outlet Sports Zone, Olise has accepted Chelsea's contract offer. My goodness. The player has accepted Chelsea's contract offer. What else are we waiting for? Todd Bowley, go and pay the money. Do the needful. Pay the money. Pay the 35 million quickly before another. We don't want to go into Liverpool issue again. Todd Bowley, please go and pay the money now to Crystal Palace, 35 million. Go and pay the money now, cash. The West London club will need to improve their offer. Hey. They are telling us that we need to increase the offer. The clause is 35 million. Why are you asking for more again? Okay, you should have made it 50 million in the clause. Now that Chelsea is coming, you want to increase it. Improve their offer. However, after Palace turned down their second bid for the France Under-21 International. Okay, oh. No problem. This is also what I have already spoken about, but it's still coming up. Neymar is set for a huge money-spinning move to Saudi Arabia after agreeing to join Al Hilal in 86.4 million deal. That is 100 million euro. The Brazilian 31 was told he can leave PSG after being omitted from Luis Enrique's squad for 0-0 draw with Lorient. The delegates for the Saudi Pro League have moved quickly to clinch their biggest deal since landing Ronaldo. Neymar will sign a lucrative 2-year deal of 129.4 million a year and is undergoing his medical today, as reported. As I've already reported, Neymar is undergoing, you heard the figure, 129.4 million a year for Neymar. The Saudis are not joking. The Saudis are not joking. Exclusive, West Ham target third signing as Paqueta replacement. West Ham are exploring the possibility of signing a third midfielder in a summer transfer window as David Moyes faces a fight to hang on to Lucas Paqueta. The Hammers have already spent 65 million of their money earned from the sale of Declan Rice. But with the interest from Manchester City in signing Paqueta, Moyes may turn to Burnley captain Josh Brownhill to add more depth to his midfield. It is understood that West Ham have held initial discussions over a permanent deal for the 27-year-old, who captained the Claret to promotion back to the top flight with Vincent Kompany last season. Several other unnamed clubs have expressed their interest in Brownhill, should he be made available, but the chances to join West Ham for their Europa League campaign could give them the edge in the race to sign the all-action midfielder. I'm just giving you the latest news. And so, coming back to, as a Ghanaian, let me give you this one also. New twist in Kudus race. New twist in Kudus race. West Ham are prioritizing a move for Mohamed Kudus in case Lucas Paqueta joins Manchester City. David Moyes confirmed the club turned down an offer from the treble winners for the Brazilian midfielder, who is valued at £90 million. According to Fabrizio Romano, yes, my man, Fabrizio Romano, this guy doesn't sleep. Just as I'm here right now, it's after 1 a.m. and I'm still here. This guy, he doesn't sleep. He is at the forefront of breaking news. Every news from around the world. Football, so long as it's about football, he doesn't sleep, 24 hours. Fabrizio Romano, the Hammers are planning to replace Paqueta with Ajax star Kudus, who scored 11 goals in the Eredivisie last season. The 22-year-old has been heavily linked with Brighton and Chelsea, but the East London side could now steal a match on their Premier League rivals. This is what I have spoken about also. Liverpool have agreed 60 million fee. Yes, we know that one already. Let me not waste my time on that. Done deal. Everton sell Harrison deal. Everton have signed Jack Harrison on loan from Championship outfit Leeds United. The winger joins until the end of the season with an option to make the deal permanent in the summer. Harrison, 26, looked at one stage to have been heading to Villa Park for medical with Aston Villa. But Everton have managed to keep the deal on track to seal their fourth summer signing after Arnaud Danjuma, Ashley Young, and Youssef Chemiti. Oh. This one is a prospect. Chelsea are still buying prospect. Chelsea arranged medical for £17 million starlets. Chelsea are set to finalize the 17 million signing of Brazilian talent David Washington from Santos later today. The striker is flying into London from his native Brazil to put the finishing touches to his move to join the Premier League side. According to Fabrizio Romano, the Blues have booked a medical for the 18-year-old ahead of him signing a 6-year deal with the option of Selorm included. Done deal. West Ham signs Ward Prowse. West Ham have completed the signing of James Prowse from Southampton. The England international has brought an end to his 20-year association with his hometown club to pen a 4-year deal with the Hammers. The 29-year-old is David Moyes' second summer signing after arrival of Edson Alvarez, using the proceeds from Declan Rice's departure. The deal is thought to have cost the East London outfit around £30 million in total, and Moyes is now expected to move for other targets in the transfer window. Okay, I think that is enough for now. That is enough for now. Let's move on to other matters. And I still want to hear from you, wherever you are watching us from. Like the video, send us your comments. Send us your comment, like the video. Let us know what you are thinking. Your club, the signings your club have made so far this season. What do you think? Who made the best signings? Who made the best choices in this season so far? Which clubs do you think are on top of the signing? Let us know. We want to hear from you. I'm here. It's after 1 a.m. in Malaysia. That is where I'm broadcasting from. And because I'm ahead of you guys, most of you in Africa, our time is ahead of you. I'm giving you the news before you hear it tomorrow on your various channels. By the time you'll be hearing it tomorrow, you tell your friends you already heard it from Eric Selorm's channel. You tell your friends that you already heard this yesterday from Selorm's channel, that your friends are late. Yes. Well, Moses Caicedo has dropped an info for Chelsea fans. Latest news, Moses Caicedo has just dropped an info, cryptic message for Chelsea fans to smile about, that he's not coming alone. He is not coming alone, and he wants to get himself involved to get Romeo Lavia to Chelsea. Moses Caicedo may have just hinted at which club Romeo Lavia will join this summer. I don't know whether they are friends. The 19-year-old midfielder has been heavily linked with a move to both Chelsea and Liverpool this summer, following his impressive performance for Southampton. Lavia, who sees his contract at St. Mary's expire in 2027, featured 29 times for the Saints in the Premier League last season, missing a large chunk of the campaign due to hamstring injury. Despite his eye-catching display, he couldn't steer the club clear of relegation to the Championship. With Mauricio Pochettino and Jurgen Klopp both desperate to further bolster their midfield options this summer, Southampton appear to have ignited a bidding war. Football London understands that the Blues have every confidence Lavia will follow Caicedo through the doors at Cobham training ground. It is believed that Chelsea sent a bid of £52 million, including a further £3 million in add-ons, on Friday evening, the highest offer the Saints are yet to receive. As it stands, the teenage sensation is yet to make a decision over his future, with Liverpool also very keen to acquire his signature. However, Caicedo's latest activity on social media could suggest that Lavia has chosen to join the West Londoners. Interestingly, the Ecuadorian international has just followed him on Instagram. Oh, after your medicals, after his medicals, he just clicked and he started following who? Guess who is following Romeo Lavia on Instagram? As well as several Chelsea players, including Reece James, Ben Chilwell, and Enzo Fernandez. Following Southampton 4-4 draw with Norwich on Saturday afternoon, Jose Martin suggested that the race for Lavia is inching slowly towards conclusion. The Saint boss said he has been great while his situation has rambled on for long. So, okay, that is a hint. Caicedo now is following Romeo Lavia on Instagram right now. That is a hint that Romeo Lavia may be following Caicedo to Chelsea. That is the hint we are receiving. Okay, all right. I see. I see. Well, Lavia, you're welcome to Chelsea. The problem is that my good friends in Liverpool, I'm just feeling for them. I'm just feeling for my good friends in Liverpool. That's all. I'm just feeling for them. And this one is coming in new. Chelsea agreed personal terms with Michael Olise. Reports. So we have agreed personal terms with Michael Olise. Our team, Todd Boehly and his people, they are working hard. Personal terms, like I told you, that Chelsea wanted to sign him, Michael Olise. Now it's coming in quick and fast. According to reports coming out right now, Chelsea have agreed personal terms with Michael Olise for a return to his boyhood club. We had been linked with, okay. While there is no agreement yet with Crystal Palace, that's just a matter of meeting their asking price, which is above £30 million. It will seem, considering our willingness to spend some more, I don't suspect that the fee would deter us in this case either. So, we have already agreed personal terms with Michael Olise. Chelsea fans still have something to cheer about tonight. There are terms we have already agreed on with Michael Olise coming to Chelsea. So Michael Olise now in that Chelsea lineup with Romeo Lavia and Caicedo. You can just imagine. Michael Olise has just agreed personal terms with Chelsea. Right now. This is fresh, coming from Selorm's blog. Like the video, comment, send us your comments. Tell us where you are watching us from. Very soon, I'll be giving out my phone numbers. Maybe in our next broadcast, I'll be giving out my phone numbers. We'll be communicating. We need to know. We need to hear our voices. I need to hear from you. You comment. You tell us what you think. Yes, that will be happening very soon on this channel. We'll be working, my technical department will be working on that. So that you'll be calling through and you'll be telling us what you think and your opinion. Send us your messages. We want to know where you are calling, where you are watching us from, and what you think so far. We want to be hearing from you. We'll be glad to hear from you. So my phone number will be given out very soon so that we can start communicating better. Help us and we will continue to deliver for you by subscribing and liking the video. Like the video. If you have not yet liked the video, subscribe to the channel, please. Make sure you subscribe. Share the video so that your friends can also watch. It doesn't cost you anything. Just click on that share button. Right now, even as you are watching me, click on that share button. And remember to on your notification button as well so that anytime we are live or anytime there's a breaking news, you'll be the first to get to know about it. As I'm speaking to you, I'm giving you news, things that are happening right now, live information. We are not giving you things that are past and gone. What is happening right now is what we are talking about. Today we spoke at length. We spoke about the coming next weekend games that are coming up. We spoke about the games that are ended this weekend and the game that is coming on, Manchester United vs Wolves. Manchester, I'm waiting. If I get a lineup, I'll quickly relate it with you. Yes, that match, I would have wished that I can have the chance, the strength to give you live commentary from here. I don't know if I can have the strength to give you live commentary from here as soon as the match begins. If I can give you live commentary from here. But that will just take me the whole day, the whole night to be here. It's already 1 a.m. It's already 1 a.m. here in Malaysia. And the match will start 3 a.m. in my time is to be 3 a.m. So I will still have about 2 hours to sit here and wait. I don't know whether I need to go offline and come back and give you live commentary. I don't know which one you want. But let's see what happens next. If I have the strength, and I will continue. So long as you are there with me, and I'm happy here I'm happy to be with you also. So share the video and let your friends subscribe. I encourage your friends to subscribe. Let's be a family. Let us be a family. Yes, let us be a family. I'm waiting for the team news for Manchester United. United fans, do we have any United fans here? If you're a Manchester United fan, please send me your comments. What do you think about the game? Manchester United versus Wolves. If you're a United fan, let me know what you think about the match that is coming up. What you think about your squad, your signings. You've made about 5 signings this season already. What do you think about your signings so far? and your game that is coming up. What is your prediction? Manchester United fans, let me hear from you. What is your prediction? I'll be glad you communicate with me. Let me get your prediction for the match. Let me hear your prediction for the match. I'm here because of you. Let's work together. It's a beautiful moment. More confirmations are coming in. David Oyston has claimed Romeo Lavia has made a decision over whether to join Liverpool or Chelsea. Oh. The transfer guru, David Oyston, like I told you before, if you miss out on Oyston, you go to Romano Fabrizio. These two guys, they don't sleep. They give breaking news anyhow. They don't sleep. 24 hours, they are giving breaking news. He says that the Belgian star had opted to join Chelsea over the Reds, and there are unlikely to be any issues regarding an agreement. A fee in the region of £50 million plus add-on is expected to seal the Belgian midfielder's transfer to Stamford Bridge. Whoa. So more confirmations are coming in. More confirmations are coming in that Romeo Lavia is coming to the bridge, Stamford Bridge. We are another win over Liverpool again tonight. Is that what we are seeing again? Another win, Chelsea win again over Liverpool tonight. We won Caicedo on Saturday night over Liverpool, and it looks like we are winning again. It looks like all the news that are coming from the top-notch sports reporters, the people that get the news first before it gets to any part of the world. I don't know how they got their ears on the ground in every club. Before the club will even sneeze, they already heard it. They are giving us updates. They said Romeo Lavia opted to join Chelsea. Meanwhile, it was Liverpool that started the negotiation first. We wait to see the confirmation, the final confirmation very soon. We wait to see. Yeah. Okay, we go to other news. We are moving to other news that are coming quickly. Deal announced. Deal announced as big money Chelsea star seals exit with full explanation due tomorrow. Chelsea have confirmed that goalkeeper Kepa Arrizabalaga will spend the 2023-2024 season on loan in La Liga with Real Madrid. I think I said it earlier on, but it was not then announced. Now the announcement is coming. Kepa remains the most expensive goalkeeper of all time after Chelsea invested in him back in 2018. However, he struggled to justify his price tag, even though he won back the #1 spot from Edward Mendy last season. Chelsea have signed Robert Sanchez from Brighton this summer, and it was he who started in goal for them against Liverpool on Sunday as the Premier League season began. So now the announcement is Arrizabalaga was previously thought to have the fate of Mauricio Pochettino to remain the regular starter until the opportunity with Real Madrid arose. Former Chelsea goalkeeper Thibaut Courtois is usually Madrid #1, but he has suffered a serious injury, which has forced the ex-Blues boss Carlo Ancelotti to request cover. Kepa has become the answer, returning to La Liga after his previous spell with Atletico Madrid. In Madrid, announcement of the move, it has been confirmed that Kepa will be presented to the media on Tuesday, which I already said. which will give him the chance to explain his decision. It is not expected that Los Blancos will have an option to buy Kepa, who will enter the final year of his Chelsea contract when his spell in Madrid ends. Therefore, a big decision in terms of potential sale or contract renewal will await when he returns to their disposal. The 28-year-old has made 163 appearances across his Chelsea career, conceding 175 goals in that time and keeping 59 clean sheets. Goalkeeper. Previously, he played 54 times for Athletic Club, conceding 66 times for them and overseeing 15 shootouts. So Kepa news now has been confirmed. Kepa news now has been confirmed. Kepa now confirmed. Yes. Kepa now with Real Madrid. He will be presented tomorrow. All right, my good friends, maybe it is time that we'll have to take a break. We might come back again to give you news on the Manchester United game. I should have waited and come maybe later on, maybe by this time, but I came earlier. And so if you want to wait until the match starts, until the match will end, will be too tight. So we'll take a break. And I promise you, we'll be back with the Manchester United game. Live commentary here. Live commentary. I will not try to do the live video, but live commentary will be coming your way. I'll see you again pretty soon. Shalom and peace.